Hey guys, Brad Swanson, love and communication coach here. Today I'm talking about being a good man, being a good human being, but specifically for us men, right? Being a good man. It's like, what does that even mean? You know, I work with people, I work with my clients, a lot of these men who are struggling, they're looking for their answer, they're trying to figure out who am I, what am I doing here, why am I not having the kind of relationships and stuff I want to have with women. They're just not panning out, and what I've noticed, it's boiled down to very simple basic things, which is, I say to men, be kind. I say, be a good man, a genuine good man, have integrity. Know who you are and speak your authentic truth all the time. And those are all really, very simple things that we're taught. We're told all those things growing up, but then actually demonstrating them in the moment is when it really matters and how challenging it can be. So when I say to my clients who've hired me and they're like, we're working together, sometimes it's very dynamic. We're out in a club or we're out in their life or we're out with, interacting with women in different situations, and I can see these guys and I can see that they're struggling. I can see how they use, egoic tactics. They are just sizing women up just visually, just because they're hot or whatever, and I pull them aside and I'm like, what's going on? Are you being a good man? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's like, you have to know who you are, first of all. You have to be interested in knowing who you are and have a strong foundation of integrity. Integrity to me is like something that's whole and complete unto itself. It's whole and complete. And so it's not lacking in anything. It's not needing or wanting from anything else. And so when you have integrity, you tell the truth all the time. You're someone who is centered and grounded in your own self and know who you are. And you're willing to be uncomfortable to speak your truth, no matter what the consensus or what the thing is that's going on around you, how many people disagree with you. You have to know who you are. You have to know what your truth is for yourself and be able to stand there regardless of what anybody else thinks. And so that ties directly into being a good man, being a good human being. Like, if you would genuinely, when it comes to women, women know that you may not have everything figured out, and that maybe you don't know exactly who your woman is. And it does take time for us to figure it out, right? We don't know in a moment, like we have that Shazam moment where, yeah, oh my God, she's the one. That happens occasionally. I think that does happen, but that's not always the case. And so it's fair for all of us to figure it out. It's fair for all of us to take time to actually figure out, to date from this authentic, integrous place of really looking out for the other person and genuinely getting to know the other person and looking to see, do we match up? Do we match up in a healthy way? Do we match up in a way that is a complete match vibrationally and communication-wise and heart and center, heart and soul, and all of those deeper things, right? And the only way you're going to figure that out is by being able to be a good person, be genuine, speak your truth. Come at them with absolute respect. Respect is so important for just life, for life working. If you respect everyone and everything, everybody feels it. Doesn't matter if you're an animal, a kid, a woman, a girl, a man, everyone feels respect. When you don't respect something or someone, people feel it, they notice it. So respect is huge. So when you're in the dating world, first you have to have, so when I say being a good man, it's do you respect all of life? Do you have a respect and a wisdom for all of life? Do you have that sort of understanding and deeper caring that you respect everything and that you're not some ego trip, you're not in your ego land and in your mind of hey, I'm better than everybody else, I'm hotter, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever, because that's just pointless. We are all unique. Everyone has amazing traits. So be the best version of you that you can be. But respect is the first one. And then being kind. Being genuinely kind, looking out for a woman, looking out for her specifically, when you're going out on dates, right? You don't have to play games. You don't have to be a dick. You don't have to be a douchebag. You don't have to You don't have to play these mind games of like control or like, oh, I have to neg her or do these and these date those old things of the dating community. You know, it's like when women say they're old-fashioned, that's kind of what they're talking about. They're talking about being old-fashioned. They're like, look, just be kind, be a good man, be someone who tells the truth, is respectful, and who is willing to communicate authentically and rawly and purely. These very simple things. But like I said, doing them is a very challenging thing in the moment when we all get triggered by things that make us afraid. When we're like, if you really like someone and you're really attracted to her and you're afraid of losing her, you know, you have to be mindful of that, be aware of, wow, this is fear coming up. Like I'm starting to not say my truth and be myself. And you have to be, you can go in and go, you know what? No, let me breathe through this and let me communicate honestly. Kindness is where it's at. So being a good man is just, you know, kindness is so related. You know, I'm kind of going all over the place, but it's just like these conversations weave in and out, you know? You know, when I was down in Miami not too long ago, and, you know, I was out at this club and these two young guys came up to me after the club was like over, and they walk right up and they're, you know, like, hey, and, you know, they're good looking guys and they're like, hey, yo, man, take us to where some girls, come with us. And they had a little bit of like, just some of that bullshit ego stuff going on, you know? And I looked at them and I said, well, you know, are you good men? And they both kind of like jumped back. And I said, they were like, what? I said, are you good men? And they were like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, well, you know, just kind of rambling on and on. And I said, because look, man, I'm not going to take you where there's women if you're not good men. Like if you're a couple of idiots just trying to hook up, have sex, and you're douchebags, I'm not going to do that. They were both like very surprised by my response. But this very amazing gentleman who became a good friend of mine stepped up and heard me saying this and said, hey, he said, what's your name? We started talking. We ended up becoming amazing friends, and he took me around and showed me around Miami. And you just never know like who's listening to the conversations you're having. But because of like my, you know, I have respect for just all people and kindness and like looking out, I know that good things are gonna happen. Like good things are gonna come back to me. So there's nothing I have to do. Like all I have to do is go out in life and be my respectful, loving, fun, kind, genuine person. And the women will, they'll want to interact with me. The woman of my dreams is on her way to me. You know, there's nothing I have to do. I just have to keep being consistent in this, and she's gonna show up because she's gonna recognize me, you know? And so that's what I would say is, are you a good man? Are you doing all the simple things, all the really simple things that just are goodness. Like not being caught up in drama, not being caught up in ego, not being caught up in all the ego stuff. Trying to be cool, look cool, act cool, be silly, all those stupid things. Women don't care about that stuff. They want to know, are you kind? Are you genuinely a good man? Are you going to speak your truth? Will you look out for me, even when I'm not looking out for myself? You do those things, you'll have a very different life. So I'd say, it's Brad Swanson saying, be a good person, be a good man.